G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back out this morning. I'm gonna do another hunt. It's gonna be a land hunt, and I've just come down to the nearest town, and they've got a foreshore here. Now I've got a photo at work that shows in 1900 it shows the line of housing that was in this area. So we'll get out on the jetty and I'll give you a contrasting picture. Rightio, so this is where I am today. I'm not hunting in here though, but that little jetty shed, that little fish shed just there on the jetty, I'm going to stand on the jetty and I'm going to face backwards, and I'm going to show you a picture from 1900 as to where the houses stood back in the day. I reckon they filled this in a shit ton. Alright, so it's just probably a new jetty as well. It's all concrete obviously. They got a boat yard here, they got another jetty out that way. But if I turn around, I'll show you in a minute. If I turn around when I'm on the jetty, rightio. So pretty much behind that building there is a big open area field where they hold festivals and events. But I'll show you a difference. This is now, and here's the old picture. So basically what I'm saying is, if I go back into that area over there, and I reckon the old picture had the houses running along there, so we'll get back over there and we'll have a look and we'll see if I'm right. But it could be landfilled, it could all be landfilled in, and therefore targets might be buried that deep you can't detect them. But either or, it's a place where they have events, so they're bound to find something. Alright guys, well I'll just change spots in the car. We'll get over to this area and we'll see if we can do some hunting, hopefully along the line where the houses ran back in 1900. We'll see. Alright guys, so this is the big area I'm talking about. This is the grass area. Now over there is where the jetty is. So I've just come over where I think the line of houses were, and it could be anywhere. Could be anywhere, big, all the way along here. But we'll gear up and we'll go out for a bit of a walk in the paddock, see if we can find anything. Alright, so I've just started. I am under a big tree. Just a little park area here. You got barbecues straight ahead there. Big field out here where they have music concerts and festivals. But I've got a signal down here. 1 bar. 33, 32. That's interesting. Ah. Whoa, look at that. That was just sitting on top. That's weird. The hell is that? Probably a belt buckle. Well, it looks like a belt buckle actually. End of a belt buckle. Well, that's interesting. First target. Okay, next signal under the tree. It's a 21. Okay, so we got it down here. Let's see if I can find it without digging too much out. There it is here. There it is right here. Let's see. Try and get my tool out. Yeah, so also because it has music festivals, you're going to have lots of bottle caps. Brings up good, but big ones are shit. Well, the big ones ring up like a dollar coin. Alright, so I've had a few big signals. Had like a 40, but it's a fair way down. This signal here, 1 cent coin. Rightio, so pretty much just starting off here. I'm getting a crap ton of signals. This is, I would say, almost in the area where the line of houses were, and they run from sort of over this side all the way but through that field there. But I don't know if the land has been filled in since the 1900, but I'm going to keep scanning just a little bit here before I go out into that big paddock. I got a lot of rubbish, I think. There's a shit ton of rubbish. I'll try and break the signals down, see if I can find proper signals or just rubbish signals. Try and eliminate the rubbish. But yeah, it's sort of the right area for that housing. Although there's been a lot built on top now. However, we'll see if we can find anything. See if we can find any targets, good targets. So I got a signal down here, and it was about a 24, but I don't know if you can see that. See if I can zoom in. Right there, little coin. 1 cent coin. Oops, sorry, 1 cent coin. Huh. Alright, so I've had a lot of signals in this area. Most of them are rubbish or I can't find them. I don't want to dig a hole too deep, but I did get a 21, 22 down here and we found it. Next good signal, $2 coin. Alright, next signal I had down here was a 24, 25 and I just flipped it out. Looks like a little earring. There you go, first piece of jewellery, we're on the board. Hopefully we can find a few more now. I'll check it at home to see if it's 925, but I can see a marking on there. I think this is going to be sterling silver. Nice. I got another pretty good signal down here, 24, 25. Big bottle cap. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. Rightio, just had to go back to the car, put my wet weather jacket on. It's going to rain in a minute, I think. But I found a spoon, just sitting on top. Right, next target I had down here was in the mid-20s, and I did find it. Looks like a little badge, maybe off a shoe or something. It's got a little dinosaur on it. Huh. Nothing on the other side. Definitely looks like a badge to me. Some sort of clothing badge. Right, next signal I had down here, and it was a little bit dodgy, jumping and double beeping. Double beeping usually to me means it's really close to the top, and as you can see right here, there's a gold coin. Little $2 coin right on top. You beauty. Alright, so as you can see, that building straight ahead there is the new, it's like a gym and swimming. I think it's like a gym, it's got a pool and all that, and it's also a cafe, eatery, all that sort of stuff. On the other side of that building is the jetty with that little fishing shed. Now I reckon where I'm standing here is where the row of houses would have been. It would have gone that way, turn around, and it would have run this way, straight across that field, right in that line I reckon. Now I think they've filled in a fair bit of stuff to the jetty, to the little jetty, little shed on the jetty. So I don't know how much fills here, but there's probably going to be a crap ton of rubbish. But fingers crossed, I might head out this way in a minute, try and get this open field, see what we can find. Okay, next signal I had down here, and it was 26 I think, and I just found it. 2 cents. Huh. Rightio, so we are finding the older targets. As you can hear, there is a 23, 24, 23, 24, I've got to try and work out whether that's a can or a coin. To me it's jumping up to 26, so I'm not going to worry about it, but you can hear the signals, they're everywhere. Oh, okay, 21, 22, right on top. Let's see if that's a gold coin down here. Right on top it should be. Yeah, right here. Right, a little bit under. It's either that or a bottle cap, one of the two. Oh, it's still here. I'd say this one's a bottle cap. Oh, shit. Some bloody roots and oh, shit. This is definitely not a bottle cap. Bit of can slaw. Oh well. Rightio, so I'm moving out into the field now. Now this field here in recent times holds a lot of festivals, music festivals and so forth, but I have a feeling that the line that I'm facing here should have been the line where the houses were. However, it could have been filled in a lot. I reckon it has. So whether or not we find anything old, I don't know, but we should find some new stuff. Alright, just found a sunbaker. Don't know what that is. Looks like it's got a picture of a something on it. Looks like it's got a picture of a bear. Is that bear spray? Weird. Press. Won't press it. Wait till I get home. Probably empty anyway. Right, first target I had down here did sound like a gold coin. Bottle cap. So I've got to try and figure out which sounds are going to be useful to dig and which ones are going to be rubbish, but I suppose you've got to dig everything. Rightio, next signal I got down here was ringing up at 23, 24, and I just popped it out. Little 1 cent coin. Yeah, so I've just moved closer to the water, and as you can see, there's the boat shed, just there, that yellow shed. And I think I'm a little bit too close. I still think the line of houses was probably either in the middle of that field out there or over towards those trees, and they would have run all the way along in that picture. But anyway, I'm going to have a hunt around these trees, go up there a little bit, and then turn around and head back to the car because I've got to get going. Rightio, I'm heading out now, but I'm sort of coming across this field, and I come up with a signal down here, and it was ringing up at 22, and I just found it. Looks like an earring. It's got the little piece on the back, even though it looks bent. Looks like some type of earring. Huh. Interesting. We'll have a look at that at home. Right, next target got down here. Don't know what that is. Can't bend it though. So it must be made out of, it was pretty high. I was ringing in the 30s, 30, 31. Don't know. Something old, hopefully. Right, next signal I got down here, right next to that little piece of metal stuff that I found, and looks like we got a dollar coin. Little beauty. Rightio guys, well I finished down here. I've got to get going. I'm running out of time. We did find a few targets, so let's get home and check out what I found. Rightio guys, I made it back from the hunt this morning. It was still wet, it was still muddy. I did go down to the local foreshore, and I was trying to line up the old houses from 1900s, 1910s. I was trying to line up where exactly they would be on that foreshore. Now, when I was doing it, I did sort of come to the realization that they filled a lot of that in. So when I'm looking at the old photo, the jetty back to the houses, there seems to be a lot of space there. But now there's some buildings there right at the jetty. Gym, sports club, and a cafe and eatery, and moving back towards that line where I sort of approximated where that line of housing would be, it seems like it's been quite filled in quite a bit, so possibly targets are going to be buried forever. But anyway, let's check out what I found. Rightio, so these are the finds for today. On the left we've got the rubbish, so we're still finding can slaw, lots of can slaw there, and bottle caps, there's going to be heaps of bottle caps because that's a area where they obviously have festivals and stuff. And we got some pull tabs as well. This one here actually rang up a good 21, so I thought it was going to be a gold coin, but pulled out a pull tab. And a couple of other ones. Did find a spoon that was sitting on top, just on the ground, so didn't have to dig that. Now this thing here, I've got no idea what that is. It's a light, and when I press it, goes on, goes on, goes a few different strobing things. Maybe it's just a strobe thing, but it does have a picture on it, like a bear. Maybe that's the brand of it, I suppose. Maybe it's just a strobing light thing, obviously from a festival. Interesting. And I did find this rang up pretty high, in about 30, 31 I think. So it might be made of brass. Could be brass or copper. But it was a good signal. Had to dig it. And then we found a few coins. We got two $2 coins and a dollar coin. So we got $5 in current money. And then we found 3 1-cent coins and 1 2-cent coin. Getting too many of them, I tell you. Now on this side, we've got a badge. This is I've got a feeling it's going to be kids' clothing or kids' shoe, something. Just a little badge. And we found this earring. And this is 925 sterling silver. I'll put a picture up of the hallmark. So that's pretty cool find. Nice little sterling silver earring. We found another earring as well. Can't find any markings on it, but it's probably a bling thing, but it's pretty heavy actually. It's got a bit of weight to it, so that's an interesting design. Interesting design earring. Someone's lost that. Now, this, I don't know what that is. I thought it might have been the end of a belt, but that's pretty thick, and you know, you got to put a belt through your, oh, it might be, could be. That's what it looks like to me, the end of a belt. If anyone's got any other suggestions, chuck them in the comments below, guys, and let me know. Maybe it's the tip off something cover, but it's interesting. It's got a nice little design on it. So that's it. That's what I found today. It was only a quick hunt, probably about 2 hours. That's all I had time for. So yeah, not too bad. That location I went to, it probably holds a few more secrets, a few more secret targets, a few more hidden gems. So I'll probably go back there in the near future and do a few more hunts actually. There is quite a big grassy area, and there's so many signals. I wasn't digging them all. There was just too many to dig, but I was listening for the high bright tones and the higher numbers. But you know what? A ring could ring up at 18 or 16. It could have a dollar tone. Who knows? But I'll definitely be getting back to this spot again for a few more hunts. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this little treasure hunt. I'm Chris, Indoors Outdoors with Edgy. See you on the next hunt.